Hello, I'm Ben.
And I'm Matt.
Which makes this stuff they don't want you to know. Now, on the show, we've talked a lot about everything from government cover-ups to
phantom time, cryptozoology, alien abductions, drug cartels, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, we often deal with what are called conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's a pretty divisive term.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Many people use the phrase conspiracy theory as a dismissive term, like a pejorative.
If one person's trying to discredit the view of another, especially in the news or mainstream media, they often refer to their opponent as a conspiracy theorist in hopes of undermining the points that they're making.
And here's the crazy thing, you guys. This works.
You mean that instead of evaluating the objective strength or weakness of an argument, people will just hear the phrase conspiracy theory and automatically associate it with some wild, fanciful story?
Oh yes. Like when people talk about the vast sexual abuse rings in British society, or banks knowingly aiding drug cartels, or the US government essentially spying on everybody without permission.
And they're treated as if they said the moon doesn't exist, or the earth is flat and it's taped to the top of some giant cosmic turtle swimming through the darkness.
That was a good image. Well, here's why several true conspiracies get falsely equated with unproven, often wildly imaginative stories. Conspiracy theory is a buzzword, or, according to some experts, a thought-terminating cliche. What's this mean? This means that people, even people who might ordinarily have critical thinking skills, will shut down, losing their ability to notice logical fallacies or to register cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, it reminds me how in George Orwell's 1984, the rulers used newspeak to control the way people think, man.
Exactly. In his book, Thought Reform and the Psychology of Totalism, psychologist Robert J. Lifton studied how a thought-terminating cliche would just squeeze complex, often unique, nuanced problems into brief, highly reductive, definitive-sounding phrases, a sort of a mental shorthand.
We live in an age where buzzwords masquerade as analysis, and you've probably noticed keywords replacing stories in the news before.
Yeah, it's sad to see people, often self-described skeptics, hear the phrase conspiracy theory and lose their otherwise impressive critical thinking skills.
Right, an ancient line of semi-reptilian alien overlords is not the same thing as a false flag attack or corruption in law enforcement. And when pundits call something a conspiracy theory, rather than saying, oh, that's nutty, you have to ask yourself why the presenters chose that term.
Yeah, so what is a conspiracy? At the most basic level, it's just a group of people working in secret towards some common goal.
And that happens all the time. You could even say Ben and I do that to bring this show to you every week.
Yeah, so don't let people swindle you out of your ability to think for yourself. Don't let a key phrase, a buzzword, a saying, or a cliche shut down your mind.
We're working on a lot of stuff this week, and we hope you'll, check out the rest of it. For now, you can go to stufftheydon'twantyouToknow.com, you can go to Facebook, and you can find us on Twitter. Why don't you go there and tell us what you think about all this? If you could come up with a new word for conspiracy theorist, what would it be?
That's a good question. Personally, I like the term conspiracy realist.